Let's go back to the phone lines and talk to Tina. She's listening in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Hi, Tina.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, my question is, some of these things on TV, like on the TLC channel, the Long Island Medium, and I know there was something last night about angels among us. And, I know that Satan can disguise himself, and it can look really good, but some of these, it just seems like they're almost too good to be true. I mean, this particular person had some unfinished business, and their grandfather died, and this person had been really struggling with something, and there's no way that this person could have known it unless, of course, she's saying an angel visits her and helps to complete or to give closure to a certain circumstance. And this person is so appreciative of it. They're like, wow, I needed that closure, and you don't know how much better, I had been struggling with this guilt for so many years, and it sounds so good. Is there ever a time that angels can speak through people like that, or is it always sort of satanic, and should we stay away from it?
You should stay away from it. I mean, Satan does not present evil in its naked deformity. If he did, no one would buy into it. It all looks so good. But you got to exercise discernment, and the discernment comes through testing all things in light of Scripture and then holding fast to that which is good. What does Scripture say? When you enter the land the Lord your God gives you, do not learn to imitate the detestable ways of the pagan nations around you. Let no one be found among you who sacrifices his son or daughter in the fire, who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft, or who casts spells, or who is a medium or spiritist, or who consults the dead. Anyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord, and because of the detestable practices, the Lord your God will drive out the nations before you. Now, why are these things detestable to the Lord? The answer is quite simply this: the closure comes from God himself, which is to say that we have been given access to the throne room of grace. We have been given intimacy with God, and God does not want us to go to any other source for information other than that. So he's revealed himself in his word. He's in the last days spoken through his son, Jesus Christ, the revelation of God in bodily form, and we can go into the throne room of God and call him Abba, Father. So it is detestable for us to seek closure through other means, and certainly through mediumship, bringing up spirits of the dead, which are typically communicating information about the future, or as you termed it, communication nobody else could know. That's a lot of baloney, by the way. If you get a good stage hypnotist, and I've known quite a few over the years, they can absolutely baffle you. In fact, they do cold readings. So I've done this just to show my kids not to be deceived. I've had a good stage hypnotist do some cold reading with them, and they are absolutely amazed. I mean, I remembered with a wry grin on my face saying, some of my kids going, Dad, they told me things nobody could have possibly known. I mean, it was amazing. And then, of course, we have the stage hypnotist explain exactly how he did the cold reading. And then they go, they didn't know that they were telegraphing the information all along. So, I mean, if you're good at the art, you can fool people all the time. It's the same thing that people do with magic. It's magic in the sense of sleight of hand and sleight of mind.